Greetings, fellow Americans. Welcome to Fireside Chats, State of Our Nation. I am your host, Susanna Tanner, candidate for House of Representatives 2026 and President 2028. We are going to be talking about our infrastructure a little bit more today. This particular section of our infrastructure is the power section. So, as many of you know, we have multiple power options currently available to use. These include solar, wind, and water, renewable energy sources. Here are some of the things that we can do to improve to improve our nation's power infrastructure. One of the things that we can do is utilize our really tall buildings, our skyscrapers in our big cities, especially in very sunny areas like Arizona and New Mexico, southern states and desert regions. But in any big city that gets sun, that you have a skyscraper in, we can utilize those. And we would be turning them into basically big solar panels. Large solar panels basically throughout the building. But there is a little bit more to it than just it being a solar panel. Obviously, buildings would need to operate as is. So the solar panels that we would put on there would be something of that would be compatible with the building's electrical structure already. So they feed more energy into the system, the local system. And it's also possible, it's also available to store in reserve and sell to other nations, just like we do right now. Some of us already sell our power to other nations. We sell our power to Canada, among other nations. Turning our skyscrapers into solar energy capture buildings can help increase power in localities and reserves while decreasing the cost for everyone. Utilizing technology like flexible solar panels that were developed in Europe and some are being developed here in the United States that can roll up and be easily transported from one location to another could greatly help improve our power and economic infrastructures. Transportable solar panels can be used for things like greenhouses and small cooling systems and charging ports. There are a lot of possibilities. In addition to those possibilities, there, of course, are bodies of water all over the United States and surrounding it. My home state of Washington is the leader in hydropower in the United States. Grand Coulee Dam on the Columbia River is one of the largest hydropower plants in the world. Washington State gets roughly 70% of their power, of our power, from hydropower. I would have to say that this is actually a pretty clean source of energy, hydropower. One thing that we need to explore, though, as a power source and really get good information, good data on it is hydrogen. There is an abundance of hydrogen in the universe, and it can be used as a power source. It's clean energy. It burns clean. It doesn't pollute. It's important for us to understand and know what we can work with to power our nation and eventually humanity. We have a lot of options here. We can make it all work and for us to improve our nation in every area. Now, let's talk about the National Transportation Oversight, Repair, and Maintenance. We the people, are the best source of information for our governments to rely on for information on our infrastructure. We report when roadways are damaged, structures need repair, and a variety of other pieces of information so our localities can manage it. What Congress should be doing is maintaining strong oversight of our nation's transportation system, especially agencies like the Federal Aviation Administration, Amtrak, and Greyhound, uh, the BNSF Railroad. Oversight doesn't mean that any of our members of government have the right to just upend someone's job. It does mean that the government can hold people accountable. It also is important for us to repair our infrastructure everywhere so that we can focus on um, developing and improving technology to aid us in our everyday life. Oversight also means that the government has the ability to go in and inspect for safety at any given time. Our people need to be safe when they travel. We cannot have any more incidents like emergency exits blowing out because they lack the appropriate amount of bolts to hold them in place during flight. There are too many lives that have been lost due to these incidents, and various malfunctions in our planes, like some of the simplest things, can cause major accidents, like a bird getting sucked into the engine. We have to be careful of these things, and we can't always avoid them, but it is important for us to do everything we can to ensure the safety of our people when they travel, especially during, through the air. It is, it's unavoidable sometimes. However, things like another incident, crashing upon landing because there's so much ice on your wing that it snaps off. That could have been avoided. There are ways to avoid that. I do understand, being able to get into an airport to, you know, drop people at their destination, but that could have injured a lot more people. Now, it's time for us to upgrade our technology and regulations so that we can be safe and secure while we travel. That is all I have for you today. If you like this content and you would like to leave a tip, you can scan the QR code that will be at the bottom of the screen whenever I finish editing the video for release on Wednesday. Or you can go to the website link in the description as soon as I finish this live broadcast. Thank you for your time, and may our path lead to peace and prosperity.